Buckle up, folks. This one is wild. Whoopi Goldberg, the face of The View, is caught in the biggest legal storm of her career. Over on ABC News Live, the Weekend View aired Without Whoopi. Why? A jaw-dropping $250 million lawsuit, and it gets crazier. Whoopi allegedly tried to flee the country before things spiraled further, but authorities weren't having it. Reports are now swirling that Whoopi was detained at the airport. Yes, detained. And the woman at the center of it all? Karoline Leavitt. After years of being mocked and dismissed by The View's so-called feminist hosts, Karoline is hitting back, armed with legal receipts. So, what exactly is Whoopi being accused of? Why is ABC scrambling behind the scenes? And could this lawsuit spell the end of The View as we know it? Oh, you know this is going to be good. But before we get into the details, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest explosive updates. Done? Great. Let's dive in.
Whoopi Goldberg is on thin ice to the point where they're actually coming out with a new promo for The View. I know that show that we can't stand to watch because, you know, she does things like this. She spits when she says the president's name.
Listen, take him seriously and take him literally.
I don't think that we have to. I think it would be remiss of us to not say Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Yes,
he knows how to do this. He's quite good at this. And you know, you can't refute anything with him because he just, when I say him, I mean
he rambles.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just.
But can I mention one thing? Because Trump is out there calling.
Did you say his name?
I said his name.
Oh,
yeah, it was a trick and it made me do it. But I'm just saying that that Biden knows what not to do. You can't refute.
Let's be clear, Biden doesn't know what day it is, let alone what to do, what not to do. So was that paid for? I mean, I'm kind of wondering, ABC's in a lot of trouble. She's a problem. You got Brendan Carr on there, you know what. He's coming for him. He's restored all these bias complaints against the likes of ABC and NBC and CBS, and he's actually threatening that they may not allow for the affiliations at all those local stations for ABC all across the country, so much so that he sent a letter to one Bob Iger, who is the CEO of Disney. Disney is the owner of ABC News, which runs The View. And so now, interestingly, there's a new show for The View coming out on weekends, Whoopi, because you just can't get enough of it. But one Whoopi is not even in it. Not in it
Let's break
at
it
all.
down. For years, Whoopi Goldberg and The View's hosts have made it their mission to trash conservative voices, mocking, belittling, and dismissing anyone who doesn't fit their agenda. But this time, they messed with the wrong person. It all started when Whoopi unleashed on Karoline Leavitt, making claims so defamatory and outrageous that Karoline had no choice but to fight back. And now, she's hitting Whoopi with a lawsuit that could change everything.
Yeah, I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason. Because black people couldn't get into colleges. Because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women. Yeah. See, this is not black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world.
This commentator said Whoopi is mansplaining the press secretary job to Karoline Leavitt. Hilarious.
Karoline Leavitt hit Whoopi Goldberg and The View with a $250 million defamation lawsuit, accusing them of spreading malicious lies to destroy her reputation. Whoopi's response? She laughed it off like it was some kind of joke. But ABC? They weren't laughing. Behind the scenes, executives were scrambling, sponsors were getting nervous, and legal experts were already weighing in, predicting this could become one of the biggest legal battles in daytime television history. But then, things took an even wilder turn. As the legal firestorm intensified, rumors started swirling that Whoopi was secretly plotting an exit, a one-way flight out of the country. According to reports, she was caught at the airport attempting to board a flight to Europe in what some believe was an attempt to flee before the lawsuit could fully take effect. But guess what? Authorities were waiting for her. TSA and federal agents allegedly detained Whoopi right at the gate, stopping her before she could make her getaway. And within minutes, the internet exploded. Images and videos of Whoopi being confronted at the airport spread like wildfire, with social media in a frenzy, all asking the same question. Was Whoopi actually trying to run from the consequences of her own actions? And as for ABC, they were in full-blown crisis mode, scrambling to contain the fallout.
Well, listen. If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
Inside sources at ABC say executives are freaking out, and for good reason. This isn't just any scandal, it's the scandal. A $250 million lawsuit, an airport detention, and The View's credibility crumbling in real time. Behind closed doors, ABC is reportedly facing two brutal options: fire Whoopi and cut their losses, or risk losing advertisers, ratings, and public trust. And let's be real, ABC is already on thin ice. Viewers have tuned out, advertisers are reconsidering partnerships, and now this lawsuit is making things 1,000 times worse. One insider even claims executives are drafting a termination plan, meaning Whoopi's days on The View may be numbered. And Karoline Leavitt? She's not backing down. With legal firepower on her side, she's making it clear this fight is far from over.
While I vow to provide the truth from this podium, we ask that all of you in this room hold yourselves to that same standard. We know for a fact there have been lies that have been pushed by many legacy media outlets in this country about this president, about his family, and we will not accept that. We will call you out when we feel that your reporting is wrong or there is misinformation about this White House.
Boom. She's got more.
I would like to point out to each and every one of you that in 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office, or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices increased 65% in this country.
Bam!
In a blistering statement, Karoline Leavitt addressed the lawsuit head on. And she did not hold back. For too long, mainstream media has slandered and attacked conservatives with no accountability. Well, that ends now. I will not be silent while my name is dragged through the mud by people who pretend to stand for women's rights, but only if you agree with them. Ouch. Karoline's supporters are rallying behind her, calling this lawsuit a turning point in holding media figures accountable for their words. And with ABC already struggling, this could be the final straw that forces them to clean house for good. So, the big question, is this the beginning of the end for The View? Now it's your turn. Was Whoopi Goldberg really trying to dodge the lawsuit by fleeing the country? Will ABC finally take action against The View's toxic culture? Is Karoline Leavitt's lawsuit the moment that changes everything? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more uncensored showdowns and breaking news updates.